Welcome to A Better Life PH. We're back at the land. This is one of those 2 step forward, 1 step back kind of days. So we'll start with the positives. We have a lot of corn growing over most of the cleared area. Oh yeah, I can't see up there right now. However, part 1 of the step back, they have I think these are nematodes, or they said worms here, so they eat it. Let's see if I'm right. Not that. So let's see if, yeah, I think you can. Alright, awesome, and the camera froze or something. Anyway, so quite a lot are affected by these guys, and what happens is they eat it from the inside, so it gets brown, and I guess they go in from the top. I'm just learning here. So we bought we're gonna buy something called Magnum pesticide, but instead we got Sniper because they didn't have Magnum. That's another thing very common here in the Philippines, that they don't always have all the things you're looking for. Sometimes they have, sometimes they don't, but at least this time we got something that should be hopefully doing the same thing, killing bugs. So Lola and Anise are gonna go and spread the pesticide all over, or at least the affected ones, I guess. We also got a lot of fertilizers, so apparently corn is fertilized twice. One right at planting, and one I'm guessing like 2 months in. Don't quote me on that, but something like that. Of course, that's not the only issue we had today. So, as mentioned before, we do have the cracks in the riprap retaining wall that needs to be fixed. It's been raining, and today's nice, but today's the day after the fiesta, so the guys didn't show up. I'm assuming they're hungover. And we had the cement delivered, but with wind and rain and not being secured enough, like half of this is already hard. So yeah, it's like 220 pesos per bag, and multiply it by too many. I don't know. We need to open them to see how much is lost. Some of them seem to be semi-soft, so hopefully at least partly can be used. We'll see. But complete waste for no reason whatsoever, so that's a bit annoying for me. Here's the next thing. This plywood, I would prefer it if it was straight, but put a water jug under it and then don't secure enough so it gets wet, and then it looks like this. The big plywood down there, luckily so far, seems to be okay. They're more expensive, so I don't think these are too bad, but we'll see. Hopefully they can still be used with a little bit of tension and wishful thinking, I guess. Yeah, and still waiting for the guys to show up to fill up the dirt. The excuse has been the rain. I don't know if that's entirely true, but that's what they say. It's moving along, so there's no concrete slab at the bottom. They're doing it a bit different than I would assume would have been done, but I'm not a builder, and I'm learning how A, it should be done, and B, how it's done here. So we'll see. Hopefully, in the future. I'm glad we only started with bedroom and bathroom. Didn't go for the full house. We'll see if we switch dudes or switch way of doing it, or if it's all good. You can always hope, right? Yeah. Anyway, some progress and some not so happy news for me. But we have corn, and not all of it is ruined by pests. And we still have the view, so when I get pissed off or stressed, at least I have something to look at. So that's good. But yeah, slightly annoyed today. And for the people that's been, I think it was Jared, nice enough to explain how they're doing things wrong. Unfortunately, we have a lot more videos in the pipeline, so by the time I saw his comments, things had already been done for weeks. This is, we'll see when this video is posted. We'll catch up one day, I think. But yeah, we have plenty of corn, and at least some of our pineapple is alive. Whether or not it's good, we'll know in 18 months to 2 years, something they claim, probably closer to 2 years. My tomatoes, some of them look okay, or the tomato plants look okay. They're growing, they look green, they look alive. I would say the yield is around 70% of what we planted, maybe 60%. But once they get growing, they spread quickly. So they're the cherry tomatoes that we have growing at Ninang's, our godmother in English, I guess, her place that we're staying at. So it's growing like weeds there, so we have an idea of how they behave. So once they get started, they're gonna keep going. So yeah, I don't know if you can see from here, but in there, the more cleared area, that's the tomatoes I planted. And we have some bananas growing, getting ready. I think the banana heart actually looks okay. Might be ready to chop it down, but we didn't bring the pole, so we'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, so I have a feeling I'm not the first person building in the Philippines that get slightly annoyed, or to be honest, from what I heard, building period. I'm not gonna blame it on the Philippines. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm learning as I'm going along, and they have their own way of doing things, and it might not exactly be how it would be done in Sweden or the US or anywhere in the West, but it works for them. Just not for as long, I guess. But yeah, I'll just finish here with a view shot, and a few years from now we're gonna make sure this place looks really nice, and hopefully I will forget about being annoyed about roads and ripraps and cement turning into, well, it's not concrete but hard cement before I want it to. Anyway, have a nice day. Hope it went better than it did for me. So, welcome back. Prelude, or is that what we call it? I don't know. Yeah, never mind. So, we're about to leave, but we're doing what we can to protect the cement, what's left of it, so it doesn't get hit by the rain. A makeshift shelter with tarp and cement bags, stones and cocoa lumber. Even found a lid for one of our barrels, drums upstairs. So yeah, we thought it was gonna rain. It actually did start to rain, but it was over quickly. So we started working on this as the rain hit. Other than that, we've been clearing or cleaning some pineapple crowns, I guess they're called. So see on YouTube that you can split them in 4 parts and then get suckers, offshoots, whatever, from them. So we planted a few of them, but we're heading out now. But let's see here. I planted, here's a few of them. So they're just really close together right now in a line. So these, if I understand correctly, won't bear fruit or anything, but they will root out and create, yeah, like I said, suckers or offshoots or whatever they're called. These are the plants that we planted before, and they seem to be recovering quite well. I think everything we planted is alive. Yeah, nice. Some small leaves popping up, and I think here we have more corn. We have, oh yeah, I planted these a week ago or 2 weeks maybe. Let's see how they're doing. So same deal with these, just cut them into 4 pieces and hope they root out. They all look green at least, so they might be alive. We'll see. It's gonna take forever for them to actually give something, but yeah, that's what we did today. And yeah, the rain has made everything grow here. It was dry for, I want to say 3 months. It was a long drought, so the plants really enjoyed getting some showers. But yeah, not that so most of this is just weeds, or all of this pretty much is stuff we don't really want, but yeah, it is what it is. At least things grow here, and since they don't have seasons, except for does it rain more or less, you can pretty much backtrack. In Sweden, not that I'm a grower, but that sounded funny. When you want something to grow, you need to plant it so it essentially is ready to be harvested in July, I'm guessing, since our summer month is July, a little bit of August, and sometimes June is okay. Sometimes it snows in June, but usually not for long at least. But since most of the year in Sweden you can't grow anything except potatoes on the ground, so different than here. Here the rule, at least that she follows, is you shove it in the ground and then you wait and everything grows, which sounds a little bit easier, and I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm still annoyed. Anyway. Yeah, anyway. Most days are much better in the Philippines. Today was annoying, that's all.
Okay now.
Yeah? Well,
At least when it rains, at least it's gonna
not become hard.
side.
Yeah.
Check.
The other side is fine. Yeah. Anyway, that was our day at our land. Yeah.
Did you check on
Huh?
the other side?
Did I check on the other side?
Yeah, like what?
Check what on it?
The slope.
So I'm gonna try to translate what she's saying into something I can understand. You guys have a nice day.